Okay, one of the shocking things I noticed about Guyana when I went there was the stores. It was very confusing to me because the stores look like houses. So since I've been going there since I was 9, so it was hard for me to tell the difference between a house and a business because they all look like houses. They look like residential homes. Okay, another thing I find very shocking in Guyana is that you could do foreign exchange on the streets. Yes, people would exchange currencies on the streets in Guyana, in the market. They make sure they don't see no police officer watching them, and instead of going to the bank, it's just cheaper to exchange your money on the streets. Okay, once every now and then you may experience a blackout in Guyana. Now, I heard if you live in the city of Georgetown, you don't really get blackouts so often, or you hardly ever get blacks out now, but my parents bought their home in the country, so there's always a blackout every now and then. Yes, another shocking thing I found in Guyana is that most products in Guyana are not made in Guyana. It, there's just not a lot of products made in Guyana. Most of them are foreign, and I heard the people like to buy foreign goods from their own people, but everything I see in the U.S. is the same products I see in Guyana. So that was a very cultural shock that they don't have a lot of stuff made in Guyana. Very shocking. Okay, another shocking thing is when I used to travel to Guyana, they always seem to get the music before the United States in terms of like music from Europe or reggae, calypso, those type of music. They get the music right before us. So that was very shocking to me because I thought America gets everything first. So that was one of my culture shocks. Okay, another thing that I find shocking is most of the dogs are very skinny. They look like they haven't eaten. One time, me and my brother, we were children, and we found fried chicken on the table. We woke up. We was alone in the house, and we complained that we wanted some real food, like fried chicken, like American food. So me and my brother ate one chicken, and then we saw a dog outside, really skinny, like that one. And we gave him all our chicken. We felt really sorry for the dog because we're not used to seeing, dogs look so thin and skinny. So that was another cultural shock for me to see so many dogs very skinny. Another shocking thing that I found about Guyana, people still use a horse and a wagon, or whatever you want to call it, as a form of transportation. So that was, very shocking. That was one of my cultural shock. Okay, another cultural shock is the buses in Guyana. They don't look like the buses you see in Europe or in America or in Canada. They just look like vans and they call them mini buses. So that was another cultural shock for me. And the last cultural shock for me in Guyana is if you go to a school or if you go to a court, or a government place, you must, as a woman, you have to cover your shoulders and your skirt can be shorter than your knees. It has to be at least knee length. And as you can see in the photograph, there's a man where the man in the black t-shirt, he is a transvestite, and he wants to dress as a woman, and he's not allowed to go to the court dressing as a transvestite, he has to dress as you're born. Whatever it says on your birth certificate, you have to wear those attire. If you were born a boy, then you have to dress in men attire. If you was born a woman, you have to dress woman attire. So they still have that in Guyana. So that was very shocking, and very shocking, that they don't accept inappropriate dresses when you go out there. So that was like one of my culture shocks. So I guess that's it for now.